guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm really happy to be doing this video. If you are new to my channel, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button. It's in one of these corners that you can click the little heart. But yeah, welcome to everybody that has never watched our videos before. Many of you guys have already seen the live pregnancy test, but that was back in June and this is now August. So I know a lot of you were like, hello, update, what's going on here? So just to give you guys an update, I am still pregnant. I'm so happy because we just got out of the safety zone, or like the first trimester. So I'm 14 weeks, which according to all of my apps is officially the second trimester. Just a little bit of background before I get into like my first trimester update. I'll tell you guys everything that I've experienced, scares, symptoms, everything you want to know, I'm going to tell you. But before I get into that, the reason why I am just now kind of putting this out there is just because it's been a journey, to say the least. Last year at 10 weeks I had a miscarriage. At that time, when I was starting to record footage of just everything pregnancy related, to like share my life with you guys, you know, pregnancy updates every week and everything, and then I suffered that loss. So that was just really hard to deal with. So this pregnancy, I've been like, it's been in my mind like, oh my goodness, every single week I am going to do a pregnancy update, like from the time that I took the pregnancy test. But I have just been so afraid up until now to really just get this out there. So when I posted the live pregnancy test video, you guys have to realize that like that same day is when we started telling our family. We kept this secret, you know, we just wanted to go through it kind of just really intimate and together, just so that, you know, if things didn't turn out, that we didn't have to go through the same thing of like telling everybody and everybody else also having to go through it. So yeah, so that's how we're here now. But I'm happy because everything is going good. Baby is doing good. I'm so happy. Yeah, so I have, even though I didn't record the video, I'm sorry, I'm like probably gonna get out of breath, but even though I didn't record weekly videos, I did make notes for every single thing that I wanted to share with you guys for every single week. One of my very first symptoms, which it's so weird, but it did happen with my other two kids. I have a boy and a girl. I had diarrhea multiple times a day, every single day. Like first thing in the morning, I had to go poop, and you know, sorry that's TMI, but it was bad. Like, I mean, if it didn't happen to me in the other pregnancies, I would be like, whoa, like what the heck is going on? Like I would think I was sick or something. But when I was pregnant with my son, who was my first, I actually got hospitalized for gastroenteritis because I was that sick and like dehydrated and stuff from all the diarrhea stuff. So that was bad, but this is nothing compared to that. But it's definitely better now. But that was like the first thing that I wrote down in my update. 6 to 7 weeks, I had a lot of nausea, but I didn't have any vomiting. I was super thirsty, and that sounds funny to say. My mood, I was really moody and mean. I felt really sad because I was like really mean to my husband. I was really tired. I had a little bit of cramping, but nothing like extreme, no bleeding or anything. And we avoided sex. We were not intimate at all for those first like few weeks or whatever, just because every time before, either with the chemical pregnancies or with the miscarriage that I had, it was always started from sex. Like after that is when I noticed like the onset of like the symptoms and stuff. So sorry, I keep burping, but yeah, so that was like something that we wanted to avoid this pregnancy. At 8 weeks, I started having very strong food cravings for just like random things. Like anything that came to my mind, I felt like I just had to have it. Like stuff would just randomly come to me, like a Philly cheesesteak or you know, some Cheetos or something. Like just anything, I just needed it. I was still mean. My nausea got worse at 8 weeks, but I still didn't vomit. I started having food aversions to meat around this time, like chicken. And we eat a lot of chicken. We don't usually eat a lot of like red meats and stuff. We eat pretty much all chicken or turkey. So it was weird that I started having aversions to what we normally eat and like wanting what we don't, which is like the red meat, like beef and stuff. This one is so weird, and I know you guys are gonna think it's crazy, but for 8 weeks I wrote down that everything smelled like a poot. Like, you know, if someone like crop dusts you, like they walk by and they pass gas and like the smell is like lingering or like flew to you. Everything smelled like that. Like my husband, every time he came around me, he smelled like a poot, and then he would walk away, I still smelled it. My kids, like at work, just every single thing. It's so weird, but every single thing smelled like a poot. And so I like was already moody and mean, and then I just was disgusted at smelling poot all day. So it just wasn't a good combination. I was so annoyed by it. My diarrhea started getting better at 8 weeks, got even more better at 9 weeks. I threw up for the first time at 9 weeks, and it was just because I was gagging like so much that eventually like throw up came out. But that's been the only time through the whole first trimester that I threw up, one time at 9 weeks. The crazy dreams started at 9 weeks, and like the bad sleeping. So yeah, 9 weeks was like a really big week. Yeah, the bad sleeping, like can't get comfortable, like I'm so tired, but I'm like tossing and turning and stuff. So that was annoying. Or like any small thing could wake me up and then I couldn't go back to sleep. And I'm still like having that right now. And it kind of sucks because I'm just so tired all the time. I mean, now my energy is coming back, like I don't need a nap. You know, like before I would turn on a movie for the kids, like sit them down on the couch with me while I took a little snooze, because I just could not survive without naps. But at this point, I'm not taking any naps or anything like that. My sex drive was definitely increased at 9 weeks, and my husband was like looking at me like I was crazy because I was just all over him. Sorry again if that's TMI, but yeah, I was just all over him, and he's looking at me like, woman, what is wrong with you? Like, who are you? Yeah, and I was having the crazy dreams, like just, oh my goodness, just crazy stuff. Like my kids doing stuff, my husband doing stuff, work stuff, like just anything crazy. And then like my dreams would like switch to something else crazy, and it was all just crazy stuff. But the very best part about 9 weeks, and the biggest part, is that at 9 weeks I started feeling the baby kick. It was so light that I was like, what was that? Like, you know, that was maybe like a gas bubble or something, but it would happen like twice in the same spot, and then like a couple minutes later, like maybe I feel one more, and it was just like the tiniest little like not even like a little poke, like the tiniest little like just a little touch. Like it was just so light, but it was in the same spot every time. So I was like, oh my goodness, Terrence, I think I can feel the baby. I was like, but I'm not sure. But then it kept going, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm feeling the baby, yes, like this is a good sign. And we had the ultrasound at 8 weeks, like the pregnancy confirmation and everything. I went to the doctor at 8 weeks. We had the ultrasound, and I just recorded it on my phone, but I'm gonna try to insert it here. baby was looking so cute, looking like a little teddy bear, giant head and giant little belly and like tiny little baby arms. We didn't get to hear the heartbeat, but he told us like that the heartbeat was good, like he measured it. But he did say that the baby was moving and kicking at that appointment, and then at 9 weeks is when I started feeling it. So that is super exciting, and since then, like, I've still continued to feel it. It feels the same. It's getting a little bit stronger now, but it's still not like later in pregnancy how it feels. And I'm like really sensitive to it because like even with my other kids, I could feel them move like kind of earlier. Even though I'm not the smallest girl out there for sure, like they say that like when you're smaller that you can feel it earlier, but for whatever reason I can feel it. Maybe just because it's my third child, so I just know what it feels like. So update since then, I've still been mean. My face breaks out, like I have a pimple right here. My clothes are not fitting anymore, like regular pants and stuff. So that part, I'm in that awkward stage of pregnancy where I just look like I'm fat to people because my belly is not like completely round like a pregnant belly. So I just look fat, but it's not all fat. It's like pushing my fat out and it won't fit in my clothes. So I've started buying maternity stuff. Like this is a maternity dress. I bought a couple others from Old Navy and some shirts and stuff, but I'm not like filling them out yet. But they're so much more comfortable than my regular clothes. I haven't told anybody at work that I'm pregnant. So my staff did ask me right after 12 weeks, and I was so shocked. Like I went to go tell them something else, and so I kind of started with like a guess what, but I was surprising them about like parking or like something ridiculous, like small, and they're like, what, yay, you're pregnant. And I reacted like, wait a minute, that is not what I was coming to talk to you guys about. And so my face turned red and like my reaction was just like not normal. So they're like, wait, what? Like, you are pregnant, right? And I was like, yeah, I am, but I wasn't trying to tell you guys. So that happened like in my 12th week, like 12 weeks and who knows, like 5 days or something. So that same week is when we told Terrence's mom and some of his family that was at her house for a gathering. So we told them, we were so excited, you know, we were finally like, okay, it's time to like get this out there. And then at 12 weeks, no, it was either the very end of 12 weeks or the very beginning of 13 weeks that I started bleeding. So me and my husband were intimate like the night before the bleeding started. Like I went to sleep after or whatever. I woke up the next morning, went to the bathroom like normal, but when I wiped, it was blood. And then I looked down in the toilet and there were like a couple of small clots. Again, sorry, this is TMI. I'm a nurse, so none of this stuff bothers me, and I can be very descriptive, but yeah, sorry. So there was some blood, like, and some of it was like dripping down, so it was like an active bleed. So I started panicking in the bathroom, like praying, like, oh my gosh, like what in the world, like how is this happening? Like we just told his family yesterday, like we hadn't even told my family. Like we just told them yesterday, and now like why is this happening? And I was just so upset, and I'm like, see, this is why I didn't record, this is why I didn't want to tell people, this is, you know, like I just started having all these regrets about like coming out because I felt like everything was fine when I was keeping it to myself, like, and we're just coasting along. When I came out after I got ready for work, he was asking me, like, I guess he looked at me and saw that I wasn't all right. So I just gave him a look. He was like, is everything okay? And I just gave him a look, and then he just started crying. Like he was like, no, oh my gosh. And he just started crying, and him crying made me cry again because I had already got myself together while I was in the bathroom. and I didn't even want to tell him, but at the same time I felt like I needed to. So it was an emotional day, emotional wreck, and I went to work until I could call my OB. I called them. They told me to just go home and rest. Like, don't go to work. I need to take it easy for the next 4 weeks. No sex, you know, like complete pelvic rest, nothing down there. So I came home and I rested, and Terrence took off work and he like took care of the kids and he took care of me all day, and I was able to recover. The bleeding stopped and I haven't had any problems since. So I honestly think, and I read online, I honestly think that it was like just from the sex, because like I said, we kind of cut down a lot over those 12 weeks. So when it finally happened, it was like, I guess just too much for my body. So that's it. So we're back to like nothing. Still waiting for that 4 weeks time to pass. I feel better, I feel good. I mean, the baby reassured me because I still feel kicks and stuff. So I think everything is okay. We're growing and we're keeping it going. So that is my update. I hope you guys forgive me for not posting, you know, weekly updates, but here, this was just the whole first trimester update. So you guys are caught up. From here on out, I'll be able to keep you guys updated. I don't know if I'll do weekly updates just because a lot of stuff doesn't change just from 1 week to the next, but maybe like every other week I'll do pregnancy update videos. We are gonna do this. We are on this journey together. You guys were with me for the miscarriage. Y'all were with me while I was trying. Y'all were so encouraging, and we finally did it again, and things are going good, and we just thank God. So I guess I'll show you guys, I have a dress on, so I won't like pull it up or whatever, but I'll show you guys what my stomach looks like with my dress on. And I guess that'll be the end of the update. So please don't forget to subscribe. Remember, click the little heart in one of these corners. And watch our other videos to like catch up, you know, if you are new to our channel. All right guys, so this is me from the front, on the side, the other side. That's baby. But it's like super hard way down here, and it's like underneath my fat that's right here. It's definitely hard there, like just poking it. But yeah, this is it. This is it. So I love you guys. I will see you for the next video. Bye.